Today we have an update on all the game modes for Shinobi Striker, the Cooperative and the PvP, as a second trailer has apparently been leaked. Now, this trailer was posted by a bunch of YouTubers, you can find it pretty easily, but we will personally not be showing that trailer because, you know, it's a leak and we have a very good relationship with Bandai Namco. And I don't want to ruin this relationship just because of a trailer that might be released in a couple of weeks. I would lose access to betas, to interviews, to behind closed doors presentations, and I wouldn't be able to bring you any of that information just for jumping the gun on this trailer. And that's why I'm not doing it. You can find the trailer pretty easily if you want to. But yeah, there are some stuff that I learned on this trailer that I think I need to update our last video on. Our latest video was about the 6 confirmed game modes on Shinobi Striker, and most of the stuff that I'm talking about today is either changing names of the game modes because they were translated to Japanese, but those were not the official names coming to the Western version of the game, or just confirming some speculations that we went over. But if you haven't watched that video, do not worry, I will go over everything once again. So first, there are 2 game modes on PvP. Previously, we called PvP Versus because that was the Japanese word used, Vasas. However, the English name is being localized as Battles and it's being called the main game mode. The main focus of this game is the PvP, is the Battles. Inside Battles, we have 2 confirmed game modes and those are Capture the Flag, which we already talked about a lot. Basically, each team is trying to capture a flag and bring it back to their base. While you have the flag, you're still able to fight, you're still able to run on walls, you're still able to do a lot of things. It's a traditional capture the flag mode. It's no big surprise what they've shown on that trailer. It's very traditional in a way, but using the abilities in Shinobi Striker, which again could be very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to see how that game works. And the second game mode we called it Border Battle on the last video because of the translation. It's actually called Barrier Battle. And you know, from the speculation that we did on the last video, I think we described it pretty well. There's some footage of that game mode being played now in the second trailer, but it's still not very clear what the entire game mode is. But it seems that there are control points that you capture, and once you capture and activate those control points, you can attack the enemy's boss. In this trailer, the enemy's boss was always the adult version of Gamakichi. It could have been Gamabunta because it's very similar, but I think it was Gamakichi because I saw his little necklace in there. And we will break down these game modes even further if the trailer ends up being released, but I think breaking them down now without being able to show you game footage feels a bit pointless. So now we'll move on to the cooperative game modes, which are the missions. Missions are being considered a sub-mode. Like I said, main mode is PvP, battles. This is a sub-mode, something that you do with your friends to kill some time. I don't know, man. It seems that not as big of a focus is being put on the missions, but it's something that you can do if you're not into the PvP side of the game. The missions is where the biggest change is occurring, because on the last video we talked about 4 different missions. This video only spoke of 3. It spoke of escort, extermination, and subjugation. Now, does this mean that the collecting, the exploration was removed from the game or just omitted? We don't know. And again, it's not very clear what each individual mission is like because the trailer didn't show these missions. All they've shown were a couple of boss fights, like the screenshots that we got previously on the magazine. And the boss fights we were able to see, we didn't see the one-tailed beast like the magazine, but we saw the adult Gamakichi once again, and we saw the Ninetales that shows up at the end of the first trailer. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it sounds like the Ninetales is just a boss fight. Again, this is unconfirmed, but we haven't seen anything that might indicate that this game has awakenings, that Naruto is able to transform into the Ninetales. And plus, we can't have some characters turn into giant beasts and then have other characters not do that, because that would break the game. A game that has a PvP mode being pushed as their main game. Balance is the most important thing here. Good servers as well, but balance is very, very important. So yeah, with this new information, I'm confident that you will not be able to turn into the Ninetales. Even if awakenings are in the game, it is not the type of awakening that transforms you into a big beast. Anyway, that's the update I wanted to bring you guys. I've reached out to Bandai Namco, asked if this trailer was going to be released anytime soon, or if I could have access to the trailer, because the leaked trailer cuts out during the part where it's talking about the missions. So I feel there's a lot more to be learned there. The trailer didn't have any new characters, but they confirmed the character types for every character that has already been announced. I've guessed some right, I've guessed some wrong, so if you want to see what my guesses were, you can click this video right here. I also go over what each character type is. If you're in the mood for something else, you can also watch this video right here. As always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!